the actress who changed Hollywood forever. I still remember the moment I realized I'd rather lose everything than lose myself. It was 1973, and I was sitting in a mahogany-paneled office that reeked of cigar smoke and broken dreams. The studio executive, let's call him Mr. Power, leaned back in his leather chair, his eyes scanning me like I was merchandise on display. The contract sat between us like a loaded gun. "Jacqueline," he said, my name rolling off his tongue like honey laced with poison, "you know what this industry demands. One little photo shoot, tasteful of course, and you'll be the biggest star in Hollywood. We're talking leading roles, magazine covers, your name in lights." I felt my heart hammering against my ribcage. This was it, the moment that would define not just my career, but my soul. Every fiber of my being screamed that this was wrong, yet the promise of stardom dangled before me like forbidden fruit. "I can't," I whispered, my voice barely audible above the air conditioning's hum. His face darkened. "Can't. Or won't." "Won't," I said, louder this time, surprised by the steel in my own voice. That single word cost me everything, and saved me from losing myself. The retaliation was swift and merciless. Roles I'd been promised vanished overnight. My agent stopped returning my calls. At industry parties, conversations died when I entered the room. I watched younger actresses, fresh-faced and desperate, make the choices I refused to make. Some soared to stardom, others crashed and burned, their dignity scattered like ashes in the wind. There were nights I lay awake, staring at the ceiling of my modest apartment, wondering if I'd made the biggest mistake of my life. The bills piled up. My mother called, worried sick, asking when I'd get my next big break. I didn't have the heart to tell her that I deliberately sabotaged my chances at the biggest break of all. But something incredible happened in those dark months of exile. I discovered what I was truly made of. I started choosing smaller roles, independent films where directors cared more about craft than commodity. I worked with actors who respected the art, not just the paycheck. Slowly, painfully, I rebuilt my career on my own terms. Each no I'd said to the studio system became a yes to my own integrity. The breakthrough came in 1977 with The Deep. Ironically, it was a film that required me to wear minimal clothing, but this time, it was my choice, my character, my story to tell. The difference was everything. I wasn't being exploited, I was expressing my art. Years passed. Decades, even. I watched Hollywood transform around me, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. I saw the rise of the #MeToo movement and felt a bittersweet vindication. All those young women finding their voices reminded me why I'd found mine so many years earlier. In 2019, at a film festival honoring my career, a young actress approached me backstage. Her eyes were filled with tears. "Ms. Bisset," she said, "I just wanted to thank you. My agent has been pressuring me to compromise myself for a role. But hearing your story tonight gave me the courage to walk away." In that moment, I realized that my greatest performance wasn't on any movie screen. It was the quiet rebellion of a young woman who chose dignity over fame, who whispered no when the whole world was screaming yes. I built my legacy not on scandal or sensation, but on the radical act of self-respect. I didn't need to shout from rooftops or stage protests. Sometimes, the most powerful revolution is simply knowing your worth, and refusing to negotiate it. Hollywood wanted to buy my soul. I kept the receipt and gave them back their money. The roles I lost by saying no could never compare to the woman I became by standing firm. And that, my friends, is a performance worth a lifetime of applause. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more incredible stories to come.